Alright, so boom, turn me up, don't turn me down. We back at it with another video. Today we got Hockey Psychology, the best NHL team that nobody cares about. Let's check it out, man. Turn me up.
This is the Winnipeg Jets. And
Hockey channel is going to be in the link in the description. Y'all go subscribe.
time of this video being made, they are undoubtedly the best team in the NHL based on points. When you look at their team from top to bottom, they're advanced.
For real? I didn't know the Jets had a record like this. What in the world? Washington and Dallas, huh? That's actually crazy. I didn't know the Jets record was like
based
that.
On points.
What?
When you look at their team from top to bottom, their advanced stats and overall execution, they should be the odds-on favorite to win the Stanley Cup. But they're not. They aren't even in the top 5 for teams that are favored to win the Stanley Cup. They are the best team, and nobody cares. That's because constant failures and shortcomings during playoffs have fans skeptical that they can actually translate it into success. So, is the doubt right? Or is this team truly built to finally break through the hump? Well, let's take a deeper look.
Huh? That makes me want to root for the Jets in the playoffs. Like I like teams like that people be like down and all that. Oh, I don't think they could get the job done. I do need some teams to root in the playoffs. Who should I root for in the playoffs? Comment down below, because obviously my Sharks is gonna make it. So I gotta have some predictions on who I think is gonna win the Stanley Cup.
Winnipeg Jets are the powerhouse of the NHL, at least for the regular season. And how they will fare out in the postseason remains to be seen, and it's really the only thing that matters. But when you look at the aspects of their game that they thrive in, all signs should once again point to them being able to translate that success into the playoffs. One of those glaring signs is its league-leading power play. First in the NHL, Winnipeg is innovating and throwing curveballs at every step to make it a nightmare to defend against. First, let's start with getting into the zone on entries. Most power plays in the NHL use a double drop where 2 forwards anchor the blue line on an entry while the puck carrier skates it to the red line and then proceeds to drop it to 2 forwards who have built all this speed against flat-footed killers. Winnipeg breaks the norm and has all 4 forwards swing back to
I could have sworn I seen something like this actually in the last game I just reacted to. What in the world?
Winnipeg breaks the norm and has all 4 forwards swing back to attack the line with speed. This is how Winnipeg scores a ton of goals off the rush on the power play before killers can even get set up. Take Carolina. They got the best penalty kill in the league, and Winnipeg doesn't want them to...
Oh, hell no. This is who my Sharks got to go against next.
To get settled. So they got 4 forwards here, all attacking the line with speed, while the D and Pionk acts as the sole anchor. Perfetti and Nemestikov are going to crisscross as they move up ice, and now they got a 4v3 advantage at the line with everyone moving their feet. Now, because Pionk runs a pick play that has Shaq impressed, he opens up what is now essentially a mini 2v1 on the entry. Jets gain the line, and Carolina can't handle the speed, and ends up being a goal off the rush. You'll see that anytime the Jets are looking to enter the zone, they'll be using this strategy and trying to create speed at the line. It's how they catch a lot of teams with their pants down. Now, in the current NHL, the sign of a great power play are ones that have movement. Motion is lotion. Yes, players and teams still have their designated spots, but if you look at the top power plays...
Yo, wait. Does this man work for the NHL or something? Because the way he's describing everything is like, it's like he's a real analyst. Like, he's a real, like, NHL analyst. Like, does he work with the NHL? Yo, how does he know all of this?
This is actually insane. Split-second decisions. The Winnipeg Jets are doing this on another level right now, and here's how. This is the meta setup
in the
NHL,
coach or something.
A 1-3-1 umbrella.
Power play.
Almost every team uses this, and then from there they deploy their little tricks. So you got Morrissey up top playing QB like Tom Brady. You got your wingers on the flanks, and then you got 2 guys who can interchange between the bumper and the goal line. Okay, we've seen that before, so what? Here's the curveball. These 3 guys are all going to shift. Scheifele and Perfetti are going to go down to the goal line, and Velarde is going to go into the bumper. Now, our boy Kyle Connor with possession is going to swing up high, and with just a little bit of motion from everyone on the ice, the Rangers PK now has to deal with a brand new look with Winnipeg spreading out. 4 players on the outside with Velarde in the bumper.
And he got room to...
pre-scouting from the Jets too, because the Rangers usually play an aggressive box. But what this spread does is it makes it extremely difficult for killers that are aggressive to be fully aggressive, because the puck can move far quicker than any player can. So a few passes from low to high gets this killer chasing the play. It's going to buy a few seconds of space for Velarde to be uncontested in the bumper, and it ends up in a goal. Okay, so now take a penalty kill that's...
So they're running plays out there. That is insane. They're literally running plays.
Really passive. Now here the Jets don't look like a threat with...
Yo, I did not know you could run plays in hockey. What?
everyone on the perimeter, but a quick motion into the slot catches everyone on Seattle sleeping. How about this one? Here's that 1-3-1 that we typically see. Winnipeg gets in that, and look at Elias Pettersson looking at Nikolai Ehlers. Okay, cool. He books that he should be there on the flank, gets back to looking at the play, but here's Ehlers just slithering his way to the goal line. Pettersson goes to take another peek, and oops, no longer there.
He's like, where he go?
Now has a direct one-timer look to Scheifele, and it ends up converting. Here it is against the Dallas Stars, who also have a top 5 penalty kill, but watched Winnipeg dismantle them with that same movement. Another 1-3-1 look, Morrissey to Niederreiter, and here's the switch.
But I feel like in real time, it's going to take me a minute to like realize, like, you feel me? Like, imagine I'm reacting to the highlights of this game, right? It's going to take me a minute to know, like, they're on a 1-3-1. You know what I'm saying?
Kyle Connor shifts
but
down
I
low.
just started getting into hockey
Goes
last
up
month,
high,
so I
and
can't
this
learn
is gonna
everything.
Give them a look with 2 players down low and 3 up high. So Dallas staying aggressive. They're going to have 2 penalty killers try and take away that space high. Like clockwork, the puck moves faster than everyone on the ice. They progressively move it down low with every Dallas penalty killer challenging each pass. And Winnipeg is going to simultaneously have 2 forwards attack the net hard. The puck movement creates all kinds of 2v1s down low, and it's a goal, keep the change. Of course, you need special teams to have success in the playoffs, and you need to capitalize. But a strong indicator of a great team is if they can score and defend when even strength. Offensively, the Jets are a top 5 team in the league when it comes to...
Okay, so the Jets are the top 5. Okay, so, all right. So my thing is, what do y'all think is more important, offense or defense? Because I'll say for like, I mean, honestly, you could really say for like basketball and football, you know the word like defense wins championships. Is it the same like hockey, like defense, it should be number 1 for your team and then offense? Or do y'all feel like offense and defense matters, like it's like equal? Like how do y'all feel about that?
The even strength goals. Now the system that they like to run in the O-zone is a 2-1-2. 2 forwards deep and a high F3 to create a slot threat with 2 defenders on the blue line. If the puck is 1 down low, the Jets F3 can quickly pop into space for a high danger chance. The F3 is crucial here for both sides of the puck. Not only are they staying primed to be a shooting threat, but their job is to also stay above the opposing team's 3rd player in case of a counterattack. If the puck goes low to high to the point, that same F3 will swing up high towards the blue line and present themselves as another option for the attack. This O-zone strategy also helps with their 5-on-5 defense, to which they are also first in the NHL.
What?
Yes, they are backed by the brilliance of Connor Hellebuyck. We'll get to that freak in a second. But because the Jets usually have a responsible F3, they can kill rush plays much easier. When they have numbers back, look at how well they cut the ice in half. Pretty much all 5 players here are on one side of the ice, and what that does is just make life suffocating on players entering the zone. Winnipeg.
Damn! Now that's tough. They are. They're on one side. This would be, I think, like the left side of the ice. Yeah, all 5 players is on damn near the left side of the ice. I mean, he's like, yeah, but I mean, basically, oh shit.
One side of the ice, and what that does is just make life suffocating on players entering the zone. Winnipeg swarms the puck carrier, and the low support from the wingers allows them to play cleanup, grab the puck, and head the other way. Great defense creates offensive opportunities. Even when they don't have numbers back, a strong angle from the F3 and closest defenseman just snuffs out the danger with their wingers sniffing blood in the water for a counterattack. There is one defender, though, who deserves praise for making life difficult on offensive players, and that is Dylan Sandberg. You may have never heard of him, but the best piece I've seen on Sandberg's impact is from the Virtual Hockey Scout on Substack, and this guy does it all. Take this 2-on-2 rush chance with Pastrnak and Marchand, one of the best duos in the league, or used to be, sorry Bruins fans, but Marchand initiates the drop, and he wants to crisscross with Pasta to...
Wait, why do you say used to be? One of them got traded or something?
Used to be, sorry Bruins fans, but Marchand initiates the drop, and he wants to crisscross with Pasta to shake his defender. But when you're dealing with these kind of weapons, sometimes great defending is just throwing off timing. Sandberg claims and maintains that space that Marchand wants to attack, and he drives him to the outside, and it throws off his timing. Winnipeg as a whole likes to play man-on-man in their own zone, and that's where Sandberg shines the most. If you're hugging the crease for a tap-in, he'll use his entire big 6'4", 216 pounds to box out players. Want to try and claim the slot and get into the danger.
That's what I like to see. Sometimes I be seeing like some hockey players, it's like they don't be like pressing onto them. They be like backed up. And then I be seeing him wide open. That's why I be like, yo, pass him the ball. He's like wide open. And then they be getting the easy ass goal.
Or 216 pounds.
Look how he's pressing onto him.
Players want to try and claim the slot and get into the danger areas. He's going to go toe for toe with you and muscle you off your route. As a forward, it is a chore and nightmare to try and get on the inside against this guy. And when you think about what's needed to have success in the playoffs, these are the type of battles you must win. And of course, you have the Jets MVP, and a guy that could very well win the Hart Trophy, and that's Connor Hellebuyck. Being the league leader in goals against, save percentage, shutouts, and wins, he is the most important component to a Jets team leading the NHL.
Oh yeah, goalies definitely got to be the most important, like, you know what I'm saying, like the important piece going into the playoffs. Like, if your goalie having an off night or whatever, oh yeah, it's gonna be bad.
Because Connor Hellebuyck is a shooter's nightmare who beats you before you even release the puck. We've covered Hellebuyck's brilliance on here before, but his positioning and efficiency as a goaltender is his superpower. Hellebuyck plays deeper in his net than most NHL goalies. This makes it easier on him to find ways to stop cross-seam passes or broken plays without using insane athleticism. Here, this puck is a disaster in the slot. It's definitely a broken play, but look at how deep Hellebuyck is in his net. Puck takes a funny bounce, and now this is basically a mini 2-on-1. Let's peek the footwork, though. He's deep, then makes a strong cut outward to get his feet set for the shot. Puck is released, he stops at point blank, and Jamie Benn is left swearing at himself. If you can bypass the offensive waves and defensive structure that Winnipeg has, good luck trying to beat Connor Hellebuyck one-on-one. All of this combined has created a juggernaut that may very well be on its way to winning a President's Trophy. And while that has rarely been an indicator...
All right, I want y'all to give me y'all top 3 who y'all think is winning the championship this year. Top 3.
...of success in the postseason.
I got to make up my mind who I think is going to win the whole thing. You feel me? I don't know if I could make a prediction video because it's like, you know, these teams like I don't really know about, so I'm just gonna be guessing. You know, it's gonna be a coin flip if I do a prediction video, like how I usually do for like, you know, other sports. But I'm gonna still choose a team to like root for. You know, I feel like it's gonna be more entertaining instead of me just reacting. How about me like choosing? All right, I think this team is gonna be that team in the first round, or this is my pick. You know, I'm gonna just make a pick to see who I think is going to win the championship. I feel like it'll make the reaction way more fun.
Everyone, thank you so much for watching.
Hey, man, hopefully I enjoy my reaction, and I'm going to catch y'all on the next one.